So there are a few things going on with this collection. Essentially, this is a reboot to the Moon boxes. And what I mean by that is that with Moon 6 also introduces the international cards. So the serial numbers change. We also return to themes to the cards, this being Shaiguo carpiens or fruit carpiens. Twilight has strawberries, Tomei. Now you may think to yourself, why does Pinkie Pie have lemons and limes, limon and qinglimon? Well, it's because in Moon 2 she had Xigua or watermelon. So this is to kind of throw up things. And also that when you eat a lemon, you kind of have a woo 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 kind of moment, a bit like Pinkie Pie. There's also a very big cultural thing going on here, because if you go to anyone's home in China, you always bring a bunch of fruit as a gift. In my neighborhood alone, there are 5 fruit shops within a minute's walk of each other. Fruit in China is very affordable and accessible. This time Rainbow Dash ends up with Xigua or watermelon. Roro or Fluttershy ends up with Putao, grapes. Rarity ends up with Intao or cherries. I always butcher cherries in Chinese, but I should be better because I like Intao Cola. Pingguo or Applejack gets Pingguo, apples. And Spike gets dragon fruit. This is actually the first set of cards in the line of LSRs where you start to get the Cutie Mark Crusaders. On top of that, you start getting other characters which we've not seen before, including Starlight Glimmer and Trixie. So in most huarens in China, or gardens where people live, for example, just in my huaren there are many fruit trees. There are grapes, lemon tree, lychee, cranberry, cherries. Now you can help yourself to these fruits, but it's seen as kind of low class if you help yourself to the actual community's fruit. But it's also a culture when you send your child to school, you have to pack a little like snack box, and it's always a fresh fruit. My daughter always gets mangosteen, jackfruit, cherries, lamé, putao, and a bunch of others. Now this is the first kind of box I kind of really remember what LSRs were a pain in the arse to get your hands on. Even after 25 boxes, some of these cards were just a nightmare to get. So for example, Trixie was hard, Starlight Glimmer and her Starfruit, Marble Pies Mangosteen, Limestone's Lee or Pear, Mud Pies Coconut. The most duplicate cards I ever had in this collection was Applejack and Scootaloo. And it's really my opinion that there are actually only 4 sets of LSRs with any real clear theme to them. For example, Moon 2 is about superheroes, Moon 3 is about Chinese holidays, Moon 6 is fruit, and Moon 8 is pets. You could say that Moon 5 and Moon 7, although not really a theme, they are focused on a particular part of the MLP universe, a collection of people. For example, Moon 5 being the Wonderbolts.
I'm sure you've heard the words, "This is the way." But have you ever stopped to feel their weight? The Mandalorian is more than a story, it's a code. A creed about loyalty, found family, and the journey of redemption. So as we wrap up, remember, whether you're forging your own path or standing by those who matter most is the way. Hit subscribe, and let's explore the galaxy together.